This is Henrik Beshman. I'm a software developer in Toronto, Canada. My website is internetcommons.ca. And this is the 8th screencast in the series, What is Drupal?, in which I put forward the proposition that Drupal can be best understood by describing it in these 5 ways. It's a resource manager, a configuration manager, a content manager, a state change machine, and a rapid application development tool. In this screencast, we'll look at the 5th of those, Drupal as a rapid application development tool. And the reason that it is a rapid application development tool is because of all the modules and such that are available to it. And the reason for that is all these previous items. Drupal excels at managing its resources, shoving most of the building requirements and activities into an administrative interface, the configuration manager, allowing for a very flexible set of content management tools, and probably especially in the long run, allowing for third-party module developers to contribute modules to the community. So Drupal is a rapid application development tool because of all the resources that are available, and that can be popped in quickly. I do put in the proviso here that it's a rapid application development tool, except when it isn't. Drupal has a very well-earned reputation for having a very difficult and lengthy learning curve, and the main reason for that is the complexity of the coding environment, which I've covered. But that is more than offset by the advantages of the services that are available. There are over 7,000 modules available for Drupal 7. And incidentally, there's really no reason to develop in Drupal 6 anymore. Drupal 8 is still a couple of years out as of this screencast, which is September 2013. So it'll probably be a couple of years before it's realistic to develop in Drupal 8. So Drupal 7 is the way to go. There are over 7,000 modules available for that, over 500 themes, 170 specialized distributions. We'll have a peek at those in this screencast. The cautions are that more modules means more maintenance. Customization often leads to trouble in various forms. There's what I call a high noise to signal ratio on the documentation. It's great documentation, but it's often difficult to isolate the elements that you require for your particular situation. There's a specialized terminology, and the practical consequence of that is it's often, particularly for a newcomer, difficult to identify the term to use to find the answer you're looking for. In other words, how do you do a search if you don't know what words to use? So that takes a little while. Internally, the data structures, the renderable arrays that I described in a previous screencast, and other structures are complex and often inconsistent. That has to do with the history and their organic development. And also, it's so open-ended that, as with any open-ended software structure, there tend to be side effects. And of course, there's just simply a very high volume of application programmers interface elements, and they are complex, so that makes it difficult. Again, I think all those cautions are offset by the advantages of having such a rich set of resources available. So let's just have a look at some of those. So the thing to do is to go to this download page at Drupal.org. You can see that there are distributions, themes, translations, and modules available for download, as well as the core. In all cases, for those things, you can pick the Drupal 7 branch to go to search, which again is highly recommended at this stage. So in terms of modules, again, there are over 7,000 modules available. It really just takes time and experience to become familiar with them. In each case, look to see how long they've been around, whether they seem to be stable, whether there seem to be a number of downloads for them, whether there's any commentary in some of the forums that support these things and so forth, and of course, first and foremost, whether they seem to fit your needs. They can also be searched by category, and that's helpful. As you can see, there are sort of technical categories as well as application categories. E-commerce is one that I personally happen to be interested in. And there are a lot of themes, which is the look and appearance, the look of the websites, the appearance of the websites. The most popular one is Zen. Omega, I think, is gaining in popularity, largely because of its support for responsive design, I believe. And then there are a number of distributions which are modules bundled together with the core for specialized purposes, and by far the most popular one now is Commerce Kickstart, which has over 200,000 downloads on its own. I don't know about the distribution itself, but I've used it, and I certainly recommend it. It's very well designed, very concise, small footprint, high impact, which is what I look for. Red Hen is another one, incidentally, that I'm looking at very seriously, which is a relationship management core set of modules. But you can see there are a lot available here for various both community and commercial purposes. So it's really a matter of research to determine which of those suits your needs. In any case, it's certainly true to say that Drupal is a rapid application development tool, given the number of modules that are available, the flexibility of those modules and those combination of modules, and therefore the ability to build most of your requirements quickly. Again, the caution is that the last 1% might be very difficult, so give yourself time. This is Henrik Beshman at internetcommons.ca.